Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our 6th live stream presentation from Rowe Gallery in beautiful Tlaquepaque. The flowers are in bloom, the birds are singing, and this place is a paradise. And if I could translate what the birds are saying, they're going to say, "Oh my God, Kim Corey's here." She is. It's the truth. They're lining up hoping there'll be a model for one of her pieces. So with that said, this is live, so make it that way by chiming in. Our right-hand guy here, Randy, will convey questions, comments. Please don't be shy. Tune in. This is Fritzy. Hey, Fritzy, Kim's here. You want a treat? Yeah, just go get it. So if you have watched the last 2 segments, you watched our bold and beautiful Jen Farnsworth create this amazing portrait of a coyote. And had I checked my text messages about 30 seconds after we were off the air, that piece sold that she painted by our friends, the Sidaways. Thank you very much. You've been great friends and supporters of the arts. Other friends are here joining us today. So with that said, I want to show you what I've done here. This week probably equates to about the 380-hour mark on my lion piece. So it's gaining weight, and I probably have another 50 pounds of clay on it. And so, here we go. So last week I got to this segment right here. This was all fleshed in, and keep in mind, this is still rough. It's probably, now I want to say 80% textured in these areas. I worked from here to here, and so this equates to about 50 more pounds of clay. So I want to grab a tool. And I showed you last week that the tool that the grizzly bear made for me by biting that off, which gave me great texture. So with that idea, I made my own tool here. And this is for bigger pieces like this because I can use 2 hands on this. So if I were to show you what I would do here, I put some clay on right here and I'm doing the texture of the hair. I would use this and come in and make big, bold marks just like that. The thing I like about these tools that I make is there's nothing like it out there in the world. That's my tool. It leaves my texture. I tune it, I cut it, I shape it to give me exactly what I want.
Ken, we already have a few people coming in. Liam and Sylvia are here.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Just saying good morning and happy to be here. And Bruce Brenner's here.
Yeah, great.
Good morning. Austin, Texas.
Yeah, thank you guys. Glad to have you. So this is the texture I will work all the way through. So the next week's segment, I'll go from here all the way to the tail. But I have other great news. Next Friday, we have a soft opening. Our beautiful little town is going to open again. We're going to be part of that. Most of the merchants in Tlaquepaque will be open. We will celebrate your arrival. We'll be practicing all the CDC guidelines for social distancing. And as hard as it's going to be, I'll be wearing a mask. And we will welcome to have you here. So please come to Tlaquepaque. So now I have to introduce our good friend Kim Corey. So this is a whole different world we're going to enter with Kim. My work is very traditional, but this is Kim. This is the mushroom hugger. This is the kiss. And this is Kim Corey. Kim, take it over.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Hi, everybody. So it's been a rough couple of months, but today I feel like things are getting better. I feel like we're all going to be fine. And one thing that I do to feel better is I don't watch the news very often, and I go outside with Mother Nature, and it's just impossible to feel bad when you're outside walking in the nature or listening to the birds, watching the animals. I sit on my deck sometimes and I spy on all the animals and birds, and they don't know I'm watching them, so they do their little antics, and that's part of what inspires me. Watching, they all have personalities, and that's something that I try to put into my sculpture, is give them personalities. That's what my collectors like. So I'm gonna be unveiling a bronze. This is the clay of Rapid Transit, and to get this into a bronze, I have to work with several artisans. I'm very particular, so I've searched for the best in the field. And so I have a mold maker that I've been working with for 30 years that lives in Sedona. I have my casting done mostly in Prescott and sometimes Colorado. And then I have this amazing metal chaser that understands my work, which isn't easy. I do all the wax work myself before it goes to the foundry. And then we have also a great patina artist, Eric, who did the patina on this piece. He does all my patinas, but then I take them home and do my little bits of touch-up because I want them to be different from anybody's in the world, and I kind of think they are. I think I have to be unique. It's really important to me.
Hey, Kim, we have a Michael Popik weighing in.
Hi.
Butcher Lizard on a hot pepper.
Oh, hi, thank you.
On his last trip to Arizona.
Oh, great.
One of his favorite pieces. Nice to see you in virtual person.
Oh, thank you so much. And okay, so yeah, I just want everybody to know that there is a lot of time and expense that goes into turning a clay sculpture into a bronze, a finished bronze. It's very time intensive and also very expensive. So those of us that are bronze artists like Ken and I, we spend thousands of dollars every year to the foundry, so we are good for the economy. And, and so I guess I'm ready to show you all the way this looks in bronze. Let's move this. Thank you. And so, to give you an idea of all the color and the beautiful shell. So I like to research my animals thoroughly. I've been researching frogs for most of my life, actually, and snails not so much, but I think they're fascinating creatures. It wasn't easy to give the snail a personality, but I feel like I kind of did. These are his eyes, and he has a little mouth, and I found out something so interesting that I didn't know. Did you all know that snails have teeth? They have thousands of teeth. Each snail has 1,000 to 10,000 teeth. They're little, like little razor edges so they can grate the leaves that they eat. And that's why they can eat so fast, even though they move slowly.
Kim, we have Carla Smith coming in, who states that she loves her new Peas Prize, just purchased in April.
Oh, thank you.
And Lorna Greer is weighing in. And
hi, Lorna.
Liam Herbert says, wow. That's all he can say is wow, exclamation points.
Thanks, Liam. Oh. So, yeah, so that's what that's all about. And then I have a few other pieces here to show the different patinas. Move this over here for a minute. This is called Windfall, and it has to do with my animals being in nature and what they find that makes them really happy. So he's come across a sunflower seed head that's fallen over, and he's just really in bliss. So, and then RV, which has been a really fun piece and very popular and is almost sold out. So my mice, I study mice, I get mice, I have live mice when I'm working on a mouse, and they all have personalities too.
Kamala
amazing.
says, Kim, that you've even given personality to the shell. Stunning.
Who said that?
That's Kamala.
Kamala. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna do a little bit of work on Oblivious, which is my roadrunner. He's sunbathing on a cactus, and the warmth of the sun is making him sleepy because he just ate, so he doesn't even notice the lizard that's peeking over the cactus lobe. And that's why it's called Oblivious, because lizards are their favorite food. So I'm going to cut. I better put my glasses on. I'm going to cut the tail off because to do the texturing on the inside, the armature is in the way. So
Kim,
it'd be really...
quick question for you.
Okay.
Are these available for purchase?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is available in the precast form, and all the bronzes are available as well. And this will be going to the foundry in maybe a couple months, is my guess. So, but yeah, sure are. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut the tail off. This usually happens in the mold making process, but I will cut it off now just to show you how I do the texture, and then I'll put it back on.
Kim, how can they purchase? To the website, or do they go through the gallery? How do they purchase?
Call Rowe Gallery, right? Right, guys? Yeah. And if they go to the Rowe Gallery website, they'll find all the contact information.
Very good.
Yeah. So when I do, this is probably going to be hard to see. I apologize, I work small. I take maybe 5 different tools so that when I'm texturing, the strokes don't all look the same. Because birds, they get their feathers kind of messed up. Oh yeah, first for the quill, mark the quill, and then I'm going to go really close to it. At home I use a visor for this kind of thing. Then I'll come back to that later and clean it up. So first I'll take this fairly large loop, large to me anyway. Then a smaller one. And sometimes I'll take a raking tool, go over that a little bit, just to give it a little bit of variety. Because if you just do strokes all the same, it doesn't look natural.
Kim, we have Lucia.
Lucia, hi.
From
Hi,
Longboat
Lucia.
Key, and just stating such a joy to learn your creative process.
Oh, thank you so much. And where's my, here it is. This is about 1/10 of the tools I use. And I'm probably going to make these feathers a little rough at the ends because roadrunners especially, they beat their tails up when they're running around. They're absurd birds.
Kim, we have our wonderful friend Jen Farnsworth.
Oh, hi,
and
Jen.
just stating beautiful sculptures, Kim, and so great to see you working live.
Oh, thanks, Jen. It was fun to see you too. So, one more. So that gives you an idea of how I get the feathers, and I'll go over it and over it until it looks just right. Afterwards, sometimes I'll take this tool, is actually made from a guitar string, and it's good for getting all the little blobs of clay that happen and cleaning it up. And then these are closer to being finished. So I don't know if you want me to work much longer because it might be getting kind of boring. Oh. Monica just reminded me that Lucia is Lucia of the U-Lines, that she's just a wonderful person. I love her, and Ted has given her several of my sculptures, and thank you so much for appreciating my work. I was happy to meet you one time when you came to the studio, and I hope I get to see you again. Maybe when I come to Florida to see my sister. All right, so I'll be taking this on and off till it's finished, and then putting it back on, and I'll have to take a tool and kind of dig into it to make sure it sticks back together. And then I'll just resculpt it each time up there where the feathers up above are.
Kim, we have Kristen Herenga, if I'm saying that right, I hope. Love their dragonfly.
Oh.
It's on their glass coffee table in their sun porch overlooking the lake.
Oh, how nice to hear from you.
Thanks for your wonderful sculptures. Hope to get back to the gallery soon.
I think I met you maybe. I'm not sure, but I remember meeting someone that bought Dragonfly at Rest, and they showed me a picture of it in their house on a glass table. So I'm going to have to finish this up at home when I have heat, because I like to use heat to make the clay stick better. So it doesn't look too good right now, but...
Kim, we have Ron Sidaway asking, where do you get the idea for the various personalities?
Oh, that's a good question. So like I said, I like to study the animals out around my house, I'm really fortunate. I have lots of trees and flowers and birds, animals, and I love to watch them, except the deer ate all my flowers yesterday and part of my new tree. So I get kind of upset about that, but I love them so much. They're so beautiful, and I get over it pretty quickly. But anyway, so I study the animals, I research the animals and find out about their habits. I think if I wasn't an artist, I'd be an animal behaviorist, because it's just amazing some of the things they do. So then like sometimes at night when I lay down to go to sleep, I'll start trying to imagine a scenario for a certain animal, and they just pop into my head. I mean, obviously RV is kind of like you know, the carrot thing, but I know that I've had turtles and tortoises, and I know that turtles love the color red. So I have a friend who, her turtle used to nip at her toes when she had red toenail polish on. They also love fruit, so I thought I'll have the turtle going after the strawberry, and then I had to put an animal on here to steer the strawberry. And a mouse is what I decided to use because of the size. So.
Kim, we have Sally Roush. Loves your work. Fascinating to see how you put in so much detail.
Oh, thank you, Sally. Yeah, I do have that habit. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I try not to be. I'm not as bad as I used to be, but it's the way my mind works. I'll look at my sculpture and I'll just think, okay, that's not quite right. I'll do it over and over. So I'm much slower than Ken. I could never do a sculpture as fast as Ken, but it's a whole different world, really. I like to have fun. Animals are funny. And my mission with my work is just to make people smile, feel lighthearted and happy, and not worry about problems in the world. So that's what I do, and that's what I try to achieve. So if I made you guys smile today, I'm happy. And I guess I want to make sure that I thank all the people at Rowe Gallery that have worked so hard to put this on. It's a great opportunity, and it's just beautiful here. I feel so fortunate. And I also want to thank all the people that work with me on these pieces, and my collectors and friends and everybody out there that's watching. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your help. So I'll see you next week. I will see you next week.
Yes.
And so far, next week is for the birds. It's going to be mostly about birds. And I might bring one of my little models, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see how she feels. And so yeah, I can't wait to see you next week. This has been fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you all. We appreciate it very much. This piece is amazing.